Hello, 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 and praise the Lord. I pray you're doing wonderful this morning, this evening, whatever time you get to watch this. It's been a minute. How y'all doing? Yeah, so I'm here because I made this nice little video showing you all how I did my hair and took all these clips and put it together, and I deleted it. So I am here to do this again. I wanted to talk about this hair a little bit, and I wanted to show you a little bit of the process since I need to redo around the perimeter of my hair. Once my hair around the hairline gets to the point where I can pinch, it's time for me to take it out and redo it, because I'm not losing my edges for for no style, for no braids or anything. I'm loving the French curl hair. And of course, you know, the French curl is that hair that's super duper curly, but mine's is not gonna look like everybody else's. I more so wanted my hair braided down as much as possible. When you see pictures of the French curl hair, it's much curlier on the ends. Mine never looks like that. It always kind of looks like this. Quick interruption. The video that you're watching was done a year or so ago. I just purchased a different brand and the ends definitely stayed curly. So the brand matters. I do love how it curls just a little bit, as you can see, like that with the braid. Thing that I do to seal the hair, which also kind of makes it less curly, is I spray pump it up on like right on this part of the braid all the way down here and kind of rub it through. So my hair never unravels. It never gets extremely knotted because it's frozen. Okay, from here, you're just going to see a demonstration of how I prepare the hair and how I install it. But again, this was a video I created a year or so ago in the summer, clearly. The process that I'm using here is the exact process that I use today. The only thing different is this hair that I'm using and that I've used before when I did it in the blonde color, those packs were from Amazon. And so I'm discovering that it's definitely a difference. And the only difference is that those ends stay curly. I was not initially a fan of the super Shirley Temple curled ends, so it didn't bother me that the curls dropped. Some get them because they're like, oh, the whole point is to have those big locks. But I use a Freetress brand this time, and those curls stayed. They weren't overwhelming. So like I said, this is the same process I use every single time I do my hair. I love it because it keeps my hair moisturized. I do not keep these in longer than 3 weeks. The longest is 4 weeks, and that's really stretching it. But because I do a leave-in conditioner, I didn't show here, I also use like a cream moisturizer on top of that and along with the gel. So that's a whole lot of coats because as you can see, this hair is a little silky and my hair is natural, but as you can see, look, it's super easy to comb out those knots and to comb through my hair. Not dry. It's not breaking because it's well moisturized. And it helps to smooth my hair to blend more with that braiding hair. Now, the hair that I have in now, that black hair that you saw, the brand by Freetress, that has a little bit of texture to it. It's not as silky, again, and it's curlier. Those curls are going to hold, but it's still, you know, not going to have that wavy or curly pattern if you have naturally curly hair. So that braiding gel definitely helps to smooth out your hair so that it can blend better with the braiding hair. Again, and it also locks in all that moisture so that when you take the hair out, you have a natural amount of shedding and not a crazy amount because your hair was super dry. I also use another product in my hair, which I'll show later at some point in here, that I would spray over my hair and in my scalp to help it maintain its moisture. It's also an anti-itch spray as well, and a conditioner. So I absolutely love that. I always keep that on hand when I do my braids as well. As you can see, I use a small amount of hair because I don't like there to be a lot of weight on my head, especially with this kind of hair. If you make the braids bigger or you use a lot of hair, they will be heavy. And as you can see, the hair is already long. I like to use the 12-inch in this hair. And when I purchased this hair this time, they only had 22-inch in the beauty supply store. But once you start braiding it down, even that 12-inch is going to be way longer than 12 inches. But right here, I believe it was like 16 inches, and it was, still kind of long. But when I use those small amounts of hair and I make my part smaller, even though the hair is super long, it is not heavy at all. And you can see around my edges, my hair is already fine, and I just don't want all that tension, and I don't want to do bigger braids. So this hair, especially because of the texture, it's more silkier. It is also definitely better on my hair since I just do the synthetic hair. You also can take time to wash this hair with apple cider vinegar before you use it, or whatever way that you use to use the hair before you put it in. This Freetress hair that I used and that hair that I used when I wet it, which I didn't show on camera, there was no bleeding, no color came out in the sink or anything like that. I know that today we're being very careful about what we put in our hair and all of that. So just do your research, do what you're comfortable with as it pertains to synthetic hairs and all of that good stuff. But I don't wear the human hair, I only wear synthetic hair. So yeah, they have synthetic hair out that is what is it that's made from certain fibers. It's supposed to be better for your hair. It's very expensive. I have to find the name of it. I forgot what it was. I saw it one day and thought maybe I'd try it one time. But yeah, but this is what I've been using. And right here, again, this is a refresher. So what I'm doing is I did the perimeter. I also did around the back, and now I'm going through the middle. You'll also see me pull the hair over to the side because I was wearing side parts on each side. And sometimes when the hair is growing out to a certain extent, that new growth will pop up underneath the braids. And so I just went wherever it needed to be touched up, and this helped me to stretch this hairstyle out longer than I would usually wear it. I think I wore this for like 4 weeks. Here's the Braid spray. That is the brand I love and always go to for moisturizing. Here I'm showing you some of the challenges that you might face when you're doing this hair. That's just the little knots, but because I use that Pump It Up spray, that does not look bad at all. The second picture that you saw was the same ends. That was just a close-up of how you might get those little knots from the friction on your clothing and all that, because the braids are so long. But you just cut those little knots and that's it. The ends of my hair look super good. Even on there, after 3 weeks, as you can see, the ends are not ratty or anything. And that's because, again, that Pump It Up freezes it, it locks it in, but I can still run my fingers through the hair. It's not stiff, it's not hard, it still feels soft. So yeah, I don't tie the ends, I don't make the little knot, I don't do a little dab of super glue or anything like that. As I said, I take that Pump It Up and I spray it on the ends of the hair, and I don't have to worry about spraying it again the entire time. The hair doesn't unravel. And around the perimeter of my hair is a little finer. So I also take that Pump It Up, spray a little bit on where the knot is, where my scalp is. I put a little bit right there on those areas so I don't have any slippage, because if I don't do that, it's not going to be new growth. It's going to be the braid sliding off of the hair. So that Pump It Up also serves to keep the hair locked in place because this hair is a little silky. Some people have a little issue because they're like, oh, it kept sliding out or it kept sliding down. Spray a little Pump It Up on there. I'm pretty sure it got to be glue as well, but the Pump It Up I just find works best for me. And as you can see, my hair was still growing out a little bit, but again, I just did a refresher. A lot of body mousse is my fave. I use that every time. That does it with the flyaways, helps. Do not dip this hair in hot water unless you want your ends to be straight. You can do that if you want to do a little straight look, that's fine. Or if you want it to be curlier, like if you get the Amazon hair and you want it to be curlier, of course, you just, use whatever flexi rods or perm rods or whatever, roll it, dip it in hot water. That'll bring it back to life as well. If the ends aren't as silky or as curly as you would like, if you want the curls looser, if you want them straight, if you're tired of wearing it curly and you want it straight, go ahead and do the hot water, dip it that way. But this is pretty much it. I hope that this was helpful. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If it's your first time here, hello. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and until the next video, be blessed.